releasing and rolling for the pelvic floor. We're going to be doing different myofascial release techniques, both lower body and upper body, that have a really big impact on our pelvic floor. The key with doing myofascial release is not more is better. 30 to 60 seconds is plenty. We're looking for that. Oof, this is a little uncomfortable. It kind of hurts, but the hurt that feels good, not you're reproducing your pain. To find another way to do it or just hold on that activity. If you happen to have 2 myofascial release balls, go ahead and grab those. And we're going to get started laying on our side today. We're going to start with our glutes. So glute med, glute min. You're going to take the ball, find the bone at the front of your pelvis, and bring the ball 3 to 4 inches on the side. So anywhere along the side. It can be up, it can be down. You just don't want to be on your hip bone. I'm starting on my left. Whoa. Bottom leg is going to be straight. Top leg can be bent. It can be in front. Oh, you'll know right when you're on it. You can stay in that area. You can start to roll forward and backwards. Oh gosh. There were some hills. I did some hill running in between filming and oof. Here we go. Nice gentle breath in, gentle breath out. Gently moving in and out. Soften over that area. Super heavy. Again, 30 to 60 seconds is plenty. If this is like, oh, yes, this feels great, you can always lift your bottom leg up and down. I'm staying here today. Nice breath in, soften. You might notice too with some of these different myofascial release techniques we do, you feel the pain radiating somewhere else in another body part, and that is okay. Our muscles do that. We're going to do our calves, and there's a muscle in your calf. If you've got plantar fasciitis or foot pain, the muscle in the calf could be referring to that foot pain. Oh, good. One more breath in here. Exhale, soften. Oh, okay. Let's head on over to the other side. Same thing. You find the bone in the front of your hip. You can gently roll from side to side. You can hold, breathe into it. The more sounds you make, the better. The better it is. Wow. And again, we're looking for differences from left side to right side. Can you continue to keep softening a little bit? Using that breath. Get super heavy. Nice breath in. Nice breath out. If you want to lift and lower that bottom leg, you can. And if you find one of these like really helpful, you can sneak one of these in throughout your day. If you can't lay down, I love giving my clients this one up against the wall if you're at work and you just need to release some of those glutes. Good. We're going to take one more breath in here. Soften down over that. Okay. Coming off the ball, next we're heading up. We're going to go in between our shoulder blades. So taking the balls right in between the shoulder blades. Now you can pick and choose. I think I'm going to have to, they're going to roll down the hill. I have to sneak them in there. You can pick if, I like lining them up. Okay. If you find they roll away too, I love putting them in socks so they can't go anywhere. All right. We're going to think of taking that tailbone, kind of lengthening it down towards the ground. If you need a pillow for your head, go ahead and use a pillow or a block. And we're just going to start to breathe into the balls. And on the exhale, sink and get a little heavier. Breathe into those balls, get nice and heavy. Gentle breath in, gentle breath out. Now, if this feels really good, you can stay right here. If you'd like to add on, you can inhale, reach one arm overhead. Just kind of stop where it's like, nope, I'm not going any further. And then slowly bring that back down. Inhale, reach the other arm up overhead. This is like my all-time favorite exercise, especially if you're stuck behind your computer or at work on that desk. Just gently alternating from side to side. Nice breath in. Ooh, a nice breath out. When our mid back is really tight and stiff, that impacts how we're breathing. If you have neck pain or tension, I love this exercise for that. Your shoulder tightness, stiffness, low back, everything is connected. So we get that mid back moving. It really helps out so many other areas in our body. Good. Last one here. Oof. Okay. And just gently rolling off those balls. And then come on up, find a comfortable seated position. And we're going to take the balls and work on our calves. That area I was talking about is that inside part of your calf can give you the pain at the bottom of your foot. But I'm just going to have you can pick either side you want to start on. Find a spot. Maybe it's inside of your calf, maybe it's outside, maybe it's down by the ankle. And once you find your spot, you can do circles, you can point up and down. You can take that right foot or your left on top and just giving yourself a little added pressure. Okay. Ooh. Well, it's like the more sounds you make, the better. Nice breath in, nice breath out. And when you're on these spots, it shouldn't be so intense that you're like gripping and holding really tight. My calves are always so tight running. I just switched up after 6-7 years of being in the same shoe. I just switched my shoes. I had to kind of adjust my form a little bit, but my calves are so tight. I am liking them. I do like my shoes so far. All right. One more breath on this side. And then we're switching over to the other. So find that spot. This side I tend to be a little tighter. Outside. I broke this ankle a couple years ago. I can do everything I want to do, but the ankle's just stiffer and my muscles. That mobility work. Key. Good. Ooh. Nice breath in. Nice breath out. Okay. If you want to use the other ankle on top, you can. And 3. Getting a little bouncing up and down. 2. Last 1. Come on off this. Last one we're doing is we're going to do our thighs. You can do one at a time. You can also do them both the same time. You can pick. We're going to do 2 spots, so kind of just above the knee and just below the hip. I'm going to start just above that knee there. And If you've got both, you can kind of rock up and down. If you've got one, you can bring the other knee out to the side and go up and down. Ooh. You can also shift those hips left and right. You might notice more to the outside of the quads a little tender. A lot of times if hip pain, IT band pain, the muscles around the IT band have to tighten up. So that would be the outside part of our quad, our TFL, and our glutes to give our body stability. So rolling your IT band, you're not going to get anywhere doing that because the tissues are so thick it's not going to move. But if you impact the muscles that attach onto the IT band, that's where you get your impact. If you notice straight up the front of your quad, that's your rectus femoris, that quad muscle attaches into part of your hip. So if you've got some hip discomfort, this could be one of them. Alrighty. See, that's my MO. I talk and I distract. I mainly distract myself, but hopefully distracts you guys too. So the same thing, maybe one at a time. Maybe you rock from side to side. If you find one is a little tighter, a little more tender, my left always is. You can spend a little extra love on that side. Try to use your breath here. Oh my. Okay. Nice breath in. Ooh, nice breath out. Oh. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh. If you've got one, you can switch to the other side. If you haven't already, you can also do bending and straightening your knee. It just adds like a whole nother element. If you found that there's one area you went to that's a little more tender head there, if you had the two balls, you can take one out. Just giving everyone, Take one more breath in here. Exhale, let it go. And then bring yourself, come on up. Oh, myofascial release. This is a great one to keep coming back to. Remember, 30 to 60 seconds is plenty in each spot. We'll take that breath in. What do you notice about the muscles that we worked? The quads, those glutes, our mid-back, into the calves. How do they feel? How does your breath feel? And keep coming back to everything that we've been building on. Breathing, rib cage, 360 degrees, expanding like a balloon. That diaphragm is lengthening down on the inhale. Coming back to our posture, rib cage staying stacked over your pelvis and trying to feel that connection. That's the first step. And it does take time. You're doing a great job. We're working our way through this challenge and we're just pulling all the different connections that come back in. And we've got more to keep coming as we're going for the retraining part. Let's take a nice gentle breath in. Exhale it out. We'll take a nice big cleansing breath in. Sweep those arms up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands down towards heart center. Thanking your body for all of its hard work. You're doing an amazing job. Keep up the good work, and I cannot wait to see you in the next class.